Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As of this day, science claims that this universe started with a great explosion commonly known as a Big Bang. Likewise, when the life started on this planet Earth, before that birth and its evolution, a series of natural calamities happened. There was a series of earthquakes, floods, heavy rains before the start of the life. It looks that whenever nature decides to start something new or a new era, it comes up with a series of so-called disasters or natural calamities. Probably same happened to me that in 2004, when I was working in a bank as a country manager litigation, I decided to quit banking and pursue for new career and started my own business. Unfortunately, within a year time, my business collapsed and me and my family fell into the ditch of grave social and financial problems. So much so that almost all the households were sold out and we were even unable to have meal 3 times a day. During those days, one of my ex-colleague from a foreign bank met me to get done his own work. But during the talk, I also told him about the problems I was facing, and in the end, my friend suggested me to meet with the religious person he is attached with. I repeatedly refused to meet any such person due to my state of mind, which was not, was agreeing to find any spiritual or religious solution of my problems. But I don't know how, towards the end of the meeting, I agreed, and the same night we went to Multan to meet that spiritual personality. As soon we reached to the house of that personality, I asked my friend, now I have come here, what to do here? How the things will go on? He told me that there is nothing special, you just have a list of issues and problems you are having in your life, in your mind, and sit in front of Shaikh Sahab. That was quite a nonsensible answer for me at that time, as I was unable to understand that how it is possible that by just listing down my questions in my mind, Shaikh Sahab will be able to answer all those questions, and not only answer those questions, and will also be able to resolve all my problems. But somehow I entered into a hall where we offered Fajr prayer, and after that prayer, a very handsome and good looking person sat on a seat and started to speak. And that was Shaikh Sahab. And the day was 17th of March 2006. As I was suggested, I started to revise all the questions and issues in my mind, waiting that now Shaikh Sahab will be answering my questions and will be resolving all those. I don't know how, after some time, I felt that whatever Shaikh Sahab is saying is actually answering my questions. Suddenly, I rejected the thought, and obviously I thought about it, that actually my mind is busy in making and developing answers of my questions at my own. As soon as I thought about it, the second thought came into my mind while seeing the hall, the environment, and that thought was, Shaikh Sahab is quite a rich person. How good is this hall is maintained and how luxurious it is. As soon as I thought about it, I listened Shaikh Sahab saying while saying to me, yes, I am a rich person. I have many luxuries in my life. If you want to have same, you also get link with Allah Kareem and Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. These sentences puzzled me, and I thought that maybe all the questions I am having while sitting here are being answered really by Sheikh Saab. But I was confused. But I decided that one thing is sure now, that I must meet one-to-one with Sheikh Saab. Towards the end of the meeting, when everyone was handshaking with Sheikh Saab, on my turn, I requested him, please, I want to meet you personally. For another 2 to 3 hours, unfortunately, I could not meet him. However, I got a message from Sheikh Saab through his one of Murid, who said that Sheikh Saab has asked for you that you must have a cordial relationship with Allah Kareem and Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and for this you must take wazaif from here. I took the wazaif and our journey back to Lahore started. God knows what happened. As soon I reached to Lahore, I asked my friend, "Yaar, I want to go back to Multan and I have to meet with Sheikh Saab." Such a response, probably that response was not expected by my friend. He cooled on me and requested me to wait for another 1 or 2 days. He will arrange my meeting with Sheikh Saab and then I can go to Multan. Right after 2 days, I went back to Multan, and after a whole day long wait, almost around Maghrib, I got the opportunity to meet with Sheikh Saab one-to-one. That was a very, very strange meeting. Sheikh Saab started to talk with me like he knows me since ages. He was talking about my habits, my nature, what I have been doing all of my life. That was clearly a very, very strange meeting for me. Towards the end, Sheikh Saab asked me that you must correct yourself. And I requested him that please pray for me for my correction. And Sheikh Saab said, yes, I will make a dua, I will make a prayer, but you also strive to correct your habits. The meeting ended and I came back to Lahore the same night. For another 2 months, God knows what happened to me, that within 2 months, I almost visited Multan and Sheikh Saab almost 23 times. Each time I visited Multan, I was lucky enough that I had always a meeting with him, a personal meeting, but not alone, with some of other followers of him as well. And then a very strange thing started to happen in my life, and that was that even the thoughts I used to have while sitting in my home in Lahore, or some visions which initially I was taking as a hallucination or some kind of psychological disorder due to the problems in my life, I started to listen same sentences and same expression of those visions in the real meeting of Sheikh Saab, where he used to hold meeting for Dars or Talim Sharif. It was a quite strange thing that how whatever Sheikh Saab is saying a week before or day before or 2 days before, how I am listening or learning all these sentences or all these things while sitting in my house. Then another thing started to happen. Almost in all the sermons, Sheikh Saab used to say that if anybody of you will have a habit of reciting Durood Sharif a lot of times in a day, and means kasrat in Urdu, he will be in a position, he will reach to a position where even his demands from God will be fulfilled even before praying to anything. Means whatever you will think. Sheikh Saab used to ask his followers that in case of recitation of Durood Sharif, regularly, whatever you will think, it will be fulfilled. And I don't know how it also started to happen with me. My worldly life started to evolve better. My financial position started to evolve better. My social problems started to deleted in my life from my life. My family started to have a better life. All was a sort of, I was thinking in those days that I have entered into some sort of a wonderland. There were some new and unique definitions of religion. The most peculiar thing I noticed about Sheikh Sahib was that he was the first person in my life, beside all other persons I've ever met or read books of those. Sheikh Sahib was the only person who, whether talked for half an hour or for 3 and 4 hours, the sole topic was Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Name any kind of example, name any kind of miracle, name any kind of happening, name any kind of example. The only person he quotes is Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And I think the way he speaks about him, before that I have never listened to it, and I am quite sure that the amount of Durood Sharif followers of Sheikh Sahib recite, I don't think so anywhere else in the world it is possible to recite so much Durood Sharif in 24 hours. Another peculiar thing which I got uniquely from Sheikh Sahib was his belief and his preaching about continuing life of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. His strong belief was that Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is, we cannot use the word was for him. He is and he will be available like he was available at the time of Sahaba 1500 years ago. That is why Sheikh Sahib always preach that whosoever wants to have success in the religion, or whosoever wants to have a connection with Allah Kareem, first of all, he has to be connected with Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as the religion of God was sent to us through him. Quran reached to us through him. Good deeds reached to us through him. So it is, as per Sheikh Sahib, it is the relationship with Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam which makes somebody Muslim and a better Muslim eventually. I remember that in 2010, 2000 or 2011, I got the opportunity, a huge opportunity. One day I got a message from Mohtaram Sheikh Sahib that he asked me to write a book about Silsila and all this spirituality. That book is still in the process, but due to that book, I got the opportunity to know very personal things about Mohtaram Sheikh Sahib and about the Silsila. Like Sheikh Sahib Silsila's name is Silsila Muhammadiyya Aminiya Idrisiya, and that Idrisiya came from Imam Ahmad Idris, who was a person born in 18th century in Morocco, and he died in 1859. Most of the life Imam Ahmad Idris spent was in Medina Sharif, and he used to ask people and guide people to act their lives according to Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So much so that Imam Ahmad Idris is quoted as saying to all of his followers that whosoever comes into my circle, he gets the opportunity to be guided and listened by Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself. And that was the great thing. Never listened or never read anywhere before. Likewise, Mohtaram Sheikh Sahib was born in 1941 in Quetta. Then it was definitely a united subcontinent. But almost in 1945 or 46, Sheikh Sahib shifted to Medina Sharif with all of his family. From 1945-46 to 1985, Sheikh Sahib remained in Medina, and then in 1985, Sheikh Sahib shifted to Karachi, Pakistan. And after spending almost 10 years in Karachi, he shifted to Multan on 3rd of July 1995, and since then Sheikh Sahib is living there. And I think so almost all kind of people, all kind of professions, all kind of you name any person belonging to any part of the society comes there and get the successes in his life. However, here too Sheikh Sahib is little, not little, a lot. He is a little not. He's not a traditional, I must say, as the traditional bath system is not available at Sheikh Sahib on account of starting a relationship with Sheikh Sahib. He gives mainly two things. One is a set of wazaif, commonly known as copy 8, which starts with a wazifa, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah fi kulli lamhatin wa nafasin adada ma wasi'a ilmullah. And then there are 4 tasbihat, Allah, La ilaha illallah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, astaghfirullah. And then there is a very special prayer for having a direct contact and relationship with Rasul Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there are another 2 small prayers also available in that copy 8. But the most thing on which Sheikh Sahib strictly keep asking everyone is recitation of Durood Sharif. So what I have seen through my own experience, a person who was known as a semi-atheist, not believing in any religion, any religious community, any religious rituals, even not offering namaz or prayer, not even for me, the Eid prayer was very difficult to offer. I'm sure that I used to visit Eid prayer just to cancel the pressure of my family. Otherwise, personally, I was not like that kind of person who will go even for the Eid prayer. But what Sheikh Sahib do? The peculiarity is, or the speciality of Sheikh Sahib is, when somebody with interest and focus and with love start reciting copy 8, as well as make a habit of reciting Durood Sharif all day long while having his face towards Sheikh Sahib, automatically his interest started to develop in the path of Rasul Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his heart started to convert towards the blessings of Allah Kareem, and he finds himself able to easily run on the path of what Allah has suggested and gave us through Rasul Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Few days after started to recite copy 8 or Durood Sharif as suggested by Mohtaram Sheikh Sahib, a person automatically feel a blessed heart. He automatically ran towards offering prayers and all other basic teachings of Islam willfully and with love. How it happens? The only answer I can calculate based on my knowledge about neurology and philosophy and psychology, just to share with you that before meeting with Sheikh Sahib, yes, I have already completed my masters in philosophy, but after Sheikh Sahib, another very good thing in him is that traditionally one don't find any fight between science, philosophy and religion in Sheikh Sahib system. So I did my MPhil in philosophy in 2012. That means that after a break of 20 years, I restarted to learn new things again, and now I'm waiting for the completion of my PhD. And all this was done due to Sheikh Sahib, who encouraged me to be on the part of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, improve my morality, improve my relationship with my family, with my colleagues, with my bosses, with my friends, with my such kind of relatives who are not even interested to meet me. Even then, due to the teachings of Sheikh Sahib, now I meet them and give them due respect as well. So once somebody enters into the system Sheikh Sahib and started to have a close cordial relationship with Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam or Allah Kareem through the teachings and trainings and focus of Sheikh Sahib, one actually starts to have a metamorphosis in his life like I had. And I can't say that I have become a pious and a very good man, but people who know me for the last 17, 18 or 20 years, they know that I was not the kind of person who can have a beard, who will be offering prayer, who will be reciting Durood Sharif, who will be eager to be cautious what is being liked by Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what he doesn't like it. All these happened through the focus and teaching of Muhtaram Sheikh Sahib. And another very, very great thing which I got, which I never listened from any other person or any other sermon, that is introduction of Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as a Rahmatul Lil Alameen Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Due to this fact that he is the Rahmatul Lil Alameen Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the biggest change came into my mind that in Sheikh Sahib system there is no sectarianism. For me, all sects of Islam, all other religions, whether somebody is Hindu, Jew or Christian or whatever is the religion someone is following up, for me there is no hatred in my heart for them, as through Sheikh Sahib's talimat I believe in that Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the rahmat for each and every person and each and every species of all the universes. And if he is the rahmat, how come I, being the follower and from the ummah of Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, can hate anyone? So overall, if someone asks me what I got from Sheikh Sahib, I cannot list it down. That there are so many things. Number one thing is that the foremost and the biggest gift I got from Muhtaram Sheikh Sahib is, and inshallah it will always be, and that is that I got to know the religion is what Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, do and don'ts. The inspiration of do and don'ts comes from the personality and teachings of Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Number two, I get to know and I got satisfied that my Prophet is having a continuing life. I got to know that whoever walks on the path of Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah Kareem bless him so much that all his worldly problems, all spiritual religious problems get deleted. And above all, since I am with Sheikh Sahib, I am enjoying my life and learning new things and having good relationship and working day and night to be a good citizen of my country and good citizen of this global community of the world, and to serve others and to be a lovable person by loving others. So if any one of you is interested to look at this wonderland, I invite you to please have a contact with Mohtaram Sheikh Sahab. One thing more, like I said, that there is no traditional bath system in the Sheikh Sahab. Same, there is no special person, no Khalifa, no special Bhai, no special Peer Bhai is available in the system Sheikh Sahab. All the followers of Sheikh Sahab directly get connect with Sheikh Sahab. Whatsoever you have any problem or you want to have a copy 8, the basic Wazaif copy of Sheikh Sahab, for this only a little process. In the voice of Sheikh Sahab, you get to have a permission, and then you can start reciting it. I will be providing the UN number, the email address, the postal address of Sheikh Sahab, so that if anyone wants to connect with Sheikh Sahab and want to have the best worldly and religious life, he or she is most welcome. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.